What's going on? This is Coach Marcus, Pro Fan Talk. After last night's game, Indiana at Seattle, just my thoughts on the game. I don't have any notes in front of me. I'm just going strictly off of, what I saw. Indiana had opportunities to win that game. And the one thing that I've been saying, in my opinion, all of the heat that Christy Sides is taking, I'm not sure I agree with, because in my opinion, this is not, Indiana's issue is not the X's and O's. Indiana's issue is the points that they miss in the paint. Last night, if you go on the NBA or the WNBA website and you look at the shot chart, they had no mid-range shots. And you look at no shots inside the perimeter, inside the three-point line and outside of the paint. They had no shots. A whole lot of shots inside the paint were missed shots. They are missing opportunities. In my opinion, they are lazy with the rebound. And there was one series where Seattle missed 2 shots in a row and got the offensive rebound and got a third shot and finally hit on that third shot. Indiana should have got the rebound, and it seems like everybody sometimes just kind of stand around waiting for the ball to hit the ground and somebody's just kind of casually grab it. And they're getting out-hustled on those rebounds. To me, that's not coaching. That is the women that are on the court at that particular time not getting the drive and moving their feet, doing what you got to do. Now, everybody want to say that Caitlin Clark is struggling and stuff like that. She has her issues. Caitlin Clark is a shooter. She wasn't known for her defense at Iowa, so I don't understand why people think that she's going to be this great defensive player in the W. Not going to happen. She's doing what she was brought in to do. In my opinion, her defense has gotten a little bit better, but it still needs work. I think her dribbling still needs work, but it's getting the job done for her. But you didn't bring her in so she could break people's ankles and shake people down. You didn't bring her in so she could pull down a bunch of rebounds. You brought her in because she could shoot, and she's a very good passer. And that's what she's doing. Some of her turnovers are from missed passes, point blank. Some of her turnovers are because the pass didn't turn into an assist. That's what it comes down to. And I tend to agree with Christy Sides that I think Caitlin Clark should take some more mid-range shots instead of only shooting threes. Because closer shot, higher percentage shot, that gets you warmed up a little bit, and then you start in and you move yourself out. But it is what it is. Shooters are going to have games like that, and the only way you can get yourself out of it is to keep shooting. So I'm good with that. Now, the one thing she does have to get better at is the turnovers, and she was good last night. She only had, I think, 3 turnovers. However, it was a costly turnover. That's 2 games in a row where she had costly turnover. She had the one, I believe it was against Connecticut, where she turned the ball over that turned into a foul, that turned into a tech, and ended up being a 4-point swing. And then last night, they set the play up for her at the end of the game, and they ran it correct. She was open, and then she fumbled the ball. It's almost like in the NFL where you get a pass thrown to you, and you try to run before you secure the ball in your hands. And to me, that's what it seemed like it happened. It just bounced off her hands, and she was in the spot. She could have took one more step and pretty much had a clean look. Things like that, but that stuff will straighten itself out. She had a relatively good game last night. She's 3 out of 5 games she has led the Indiana Fever in scoring. And one of those games, she was the leading scorer in the game. So she's doing what she's supposed to do, but she's got some things that she's got to clean up, and it's to be expected. She is playing well, but she just has things that she has to clean up. The same as any other rookie, the same as any other vet. That's a player's burden. You always got to figure out how to get better. And when you at the pro level, everything gets magnified. So she ain't going through anything different. I think she's playing well and has gotten better almost every game. She's getting a little bit more comfortable with her shot. Like I said, I wish she would take more mid-range shots, because I think she's passing up open shots to set something up for a 3 or something like that. And I think she can make those mid-range shots just like she can make the long ones. But get that percentage up and get points on the board. You know what I mean? So I like the way she's passing. I like the way she's driving to the lane. She's going to get used to the physicality, because I still have no idea what a foul is in the WNBA. I have no clue. These refs have been all over the place. They're very inconsistent, and it is very frustrating. Some of the calls last night were just ridiculous. The call on Kelsey Mitchell when she should have got the and one, and they reverse it, and she doesn't get to go to the line. Some of the stuff they called in the Phoenix game, is it a charge? Is it not a charge? Is it a moving pick? Well, like what is it? Every time somebody goes to the lane, everybody's throwing elbows, and it's not just Indiana. This is around the league. This is a league-wide thing. They better get it together and get it consistent because it's ruining the experience of the game. If you are a ref, if you don't call super tight and call ticky-tack fouls, okay. I might not like it, but okay. If you don't call it loose and let them play, okay. The only thing I ask is, whatever you decide, be consistent. If you calling it super tight and calling every little foul, call it like that the whole game. If you letting it loose and letting them play, call it like that the whole game. And I have not seen one game in the W where these refs have been consistent in that regard. That's my only frustration with it. Everything else has been as expected. Indiana struggling, but they got a good team. They've had a couple opportunities to win, but couldn't get it done. They need to score points in the paint. This week, Jewel Lloyd would be my player of the week. She is on fire. Arike is on fire. There have been some good performances in the WNBA this week, and it's getting better. It's getting better. So we still have a small sample size. It's only been 5 games. Reserve judgment till they get to about 10 games. Then you got a large enough sample size, and you can start putting some things together. Because it's a long season. They got 40 games. I still say that 5 games is too small of a sample size. And I'm going to let it marinate a little bit. And when they get to 10 games, I'll have some opinions again. So we're going to keep it moving. So keep checking it out. Appreciate the support. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.